started this channel because I couldn't handle guys like Jim Cornette shitting all over AEW. And when AEW was cooking, I started this and I praised AEW day in and day out and day in and day out and day in and day out. And then what happened is AEW slipped. And as always, we call it the way we see it. Now, unfortunately, and this is what I've been dealing with this week, AEW fans can't handle the truth. And they will augment, change. And I'll be honest, I think there's a contingent of fans out there, and this is not all AEW fans, this is not all wrestling fans. There is a toxic bubble of underbelly, sad, pathetic AEW fans that are holding on to some hope of I don't know what. They don't work for the company. Like if your favorite band puts out a bad song, do you lie and tell people it's great anyway? You watch a company that we're selling out buildings, 20,000 people, 18,000 people, the whole fucking building screaming CM Punk before the show even starts. Now they're putting 1,100. That is a drop off. That is a decline. Now, again, guys like Mike will come in and say, well, they only just disapprove. This chat comes in and gives their own 2 cents. We argue, we disagree. And sorry, Nick, there's going to be a minute. People have their own opinions. We've always been the most unbiased, unscripted, uncensored channel out there. We cover all the wrestling, TNA, New Japan, you name it, we cover it. We have it all. We've earned the right to have the opinion we have. Now, it's not my fault that little minds out there can't handle reality. And then people fall back on, like I've been debating one guy about the ratings. Oh, what about Max? Show me proof of Max. And the argument I got back was, no, you prove it to me. Pardon me? What do you mean? The burden of proof is not on me to figure something out. And to be 100% honest with the fans out there, I don't give a fuck about ratings. I don't give a fuck about ticket sales. It was AEW fans that couldn't help but fucking brag about, oh, look at it. I'm the demo god. Look at our numbers. Are we killing it? What the fuck are we going to do? And then it all went to shit. Triple H took over. Tony Khan books like a child because he's booking the wrestling he would have liked when he was a child, as we are getting a Tiffany package, but I ain't done yet. And at the end of the fucking day, it's wrestling. It's entertainment. If you made a movie and it did 100 million, your second movie did 20 million, something went wrong. If you did a fucking album and it went out and it sold 17, 20 million, your next album sold 2, something went wrong. That's the way it is. If I showed up tomorrow and there was 10 people in this fucking chat, something went wrong. But AEW fans, these sniveling, toxic underbelly, that all they can do is generalize, pull people down, and the minute you don't even have to criticize, all you got to do is give them facts, and they instantly, oh, just another Fed bot. Oh, the whole world's against AEW. They bring you against AEW. And that's the sad part of it all. I'm an AEW fan from day fucking one. Saw every fucking minute of it. And I got to go on the internet and argue and put down a company I like because some fucking morons can't get it through their thick skulls that, oh my God, maybe the facts are the facts. That you're in a fucking arena that looks like medieval times for the next 6 weeks coming off the biggest show of the year. NXT does 588,000 views on a Tuesday. Oh, that's embarrassing. That's bullshit. That's not fair. Oh, they're terrible. They're going down. WWE's declining. The building tonight is packed with like 14,000 people, but WWE's on the decline. But if you try and not introduce facts to certain people, they get all hurt. And all they have left is, you're a loser, you're a loner, you're dumb, you're fat, you're whatever. I watched a poor reporter all week. Shout out to Rajiri. He just stated some facts, and he's been nothing but dragged with racist and bullshit comments. It's disgusting. It blows my fucking mind that you would tell a guy every despicable thing you could think of. And the only people that look bad are those fucking people, because you don't have a valid argument, you don't have a valid thought, and you probably haven't seen anyone outside of your own fucking basement for years. And I hate that comment. I hate that comment because it's so fucking basic. It's the same thing that fucking Sean Rossap did to just about everybody because it's fucking gross. But the minute someone challenges him, he shows up in your DMs and says, oh, you're probably a loser that doesn't have a life. Oh, I'm sorry. I got a life. I got a life. I live big. I have fun. I do this for fun, and we fucking kill it. And nobody watches more wrestling than us. So anyone out there that can't get it through their fucking head, AEW is on a decline. The restore the feeling. On Wednesday, they booked 4 multiple person matches that were lackluster and rinse and repeat. If that's enough to impress you, great. Go get your big crayons and have a wonderful week. We'll see you next Wednesday. But until then, fuck off. Sorry. That's my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I will say my short summary is AEW fans are pissed because they can't get the AEW following that ECW had, and they're trying to create the same feeling.
Yeah. And listen, I love AEW. I want them to do good. I like the fact that they're filling up venues. But you can't tell me, like, I was there in the big shows, and these small shows feel better. No, when 20,000 strong are screaming, by the way, Damien and Carmelo are talking. When you have 20,000 strong screaming at the top of their lungs, that's amazing. 1,100 is not the same. And I don't give a fuck. It went backwards. And this whole argument of, well, then let's talk about in-ring quality. Well, the in-ring quality, I got matches like Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, and just because Dave Meltzer wants to give them less stars and you want to buy it like a fucking sheep, doesn't make the rest of the world idiots. At the end of the day, you are a small minority pocket of the wrestling community, and for whatever reason, you're holding on to hope that doesn't exist, that isn't really there. And at the end of the day, if you like it better, fine. Some people like lots of weird shit, but that's up to them, and that's their choice. But to put it on everyone else that they're fucking morons for not getting your little niche market, it's not our problem. And if you can't get over it, and if you don't like people being honest about it, don't listen. Tune it out. But AEW is not garbage. AEW is not trash. And I want it to be around. I want it to push. I want the pettiness. I want the battles. But if you can't fucking handle it, don't pick the fight and then start crying. And it's always those people that are like, oh, these snowflakes, these soft. You are the softest, saddest group of motherfuckers on the internet. And it's sad. I feel so bad for so many of them. I would wait to get that off my chest. Thank you, Mike.
Boom. That's fucking.
And if you go back through our archives, it was the opposite. WWE sucks. It's boring. 3-hour Raw is disgusting. And we used to do power rankings here every week. Dynamite number 1, Dynamite number 1, Dynamite number 1. But the minute our opinion started to shift, we're dubbed, we're feds. Look, I hate JD from New York. I think he's a whiny, snivelly little brat. However, he wore fucking AEW apparel all the time on his shows. And then when he shifted, now he had a little bit of selfish reasons to shift his 2 cents. All the AEW fans turned on him. It doesn't matter who you are. The minute, we love Mariah May. Blake Monroe, fucking hater. It is insane to me that you are that invested, that obsessed. Again, just watch the wrestling, enjoy it. If we don't agree on it, we'll find a common ground. But at the end of the day, there's lots on AEW I like. But the fact that, like, this Wednesday, that should, like, WWE for Monday had an amazing show. Good wrestling matches, Roman returns, great show, 8 or 9 out of 10 for some people. Great response coming out of the weekend. When Dynamite shows up, just random match. Moxley should, we'll just do a 6-man tag with the 2 guys that were in a fucking death match on Saturday, but they're A-okay. No problem. 6-man tag. Fuck it. That's the issues. And it's not just one person saying it, it's a collective. And guys like Mike just can't let it go. They have nothing else in their life to hold on to. So that's what they hold, or whatever, fine. But when I have to degrade something that I don't want to, it's funny, but it's the toxic fan. Look, fucking Ice Cube's kid wanted to be an AEW fan, and you pissed on him. You guys are idiots.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I've just never known. I've known rivalries in wrestling fandoms growing up, but never like what we have now. It was always, mate, you should be watching this instead, or yeah, you think so and so's
of this situation. And you see, my frustration is that we are the wrestling utopia. We want to bring wrestling fans together, but there's got to always be a few bad apples to fuck it all up. And that's the idea. Is fine. Like, you can disagree, but like, obviously you're a fucking idiot because you don't like my favorite wrestler. That doesn't fly and doesn't work here, brother.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well. I'll tell you what, actually, so I'm going to put you on the spot here a little bit, KJ, with this. but obviously we've alluded like this in our conversations. I think one of the things we need to touch on, I want to do as a podcast episode, and you would like be the perfect person
Yeah.
for it, is I want to do a podcast episode of what happened to the IWC.
Yeah. It
Because
became
the
WFU.
The IWC was a great thing years ago. It was, you could talk about wrestling, share the passion. Loads of it was people look, oh, do you remember this match? Do you remember back to end blah, blah, blah. And it was like, I loved all that because you could find people you never met before and just have a chat with them for like an hour, exchanging comments and stuff about all the things that you enjoyed with X, Y, and Z. Right. Whereas now it's just an absolute hornet's nest. I can't get my head around the whole concept of what they're trying to prove. It's like, oh, you didn't like Moxley's match? Well, then that must mean you've pissed on my cornflakes and crapped on my dinner table and smacked my kids somehow. Right. Because how dare you not like the fact that, the extent of his talent is being stabbed in the head with a fork for the entire weekend. I said it's just a magical thing. And like I said, I think we've just gone, obviously, through like with your rant, and I've had my bit to say in that as well. And, we know it. We're stemming it because of the fact that obviously that's not what this live stream's about. Yeah, as a whole. So I think we just unleash completely.
Yeah, I want to get into. I mentioned it to you about the incompetent wrestling contingent, right? IWC, and that's what they become to me. And I mean, there are guys out there like the Meltzers that are leading the tribe. They're the first ones to be like, just like the wrestling, but they are leading the charge. And unfortunately, people are just sheep, and they'll follow anyone off a fucking cliff. It makes me sad. But we are on the verge of getting back to the action, folks. Again, remember, like, share, subscribe. We got more coming your way. We got more coming up and lots of fun stuff here at the channel.